Hey guys, I wanted to take a moment and talk about something about an accessory I try to keep on me in one of my bags whenever I'm out and about. I honestly try and read everything that's on here. Sometimes it's a little difficult for me, and even the Steam Deck can sometimes be a little bit on the small side for my eyes. One of those side effects that they say of getting old. So I found this thing, which is pretty cool. It has, we'll come around this side, two Type-C ports here, one for power and one for video in. And if your device doesn't support that, it has two, I want to say, micro HDMIs that you can use. And then there's a volume rocker, and you press it in to select various things in the menus. And honestly, that's really about it. I do not own that content, and therefore I really don't want to get copyright flagged. So let's see here. Right now I'm using my iPhone as the source, but on the power note, you can keep it plugged into a wall outlet, or if you happen to have a battery pack, it should work with most battery packs. I try to keep it on a power supply that's not just enough to run this, but also to keep the device you're plugged into charging. After all, what's the point of having this if you end up having your phone, Steam Deck, or whatever else you're using suddenly die? But let's see here. There we go. I wanted to pick a regular type because then you can see if you turn it sideways. It does have some black borders, which, at least with the phone, I'm not trying to solve. Let's see here. Well, honestly, the sound is not great. On at least not on that one. You might want to back off. I'm gonna be weeding some more. That Crowley just doesn't know when it's best to get some distance. He didn't get hurt. Today's item is something I found at the Five Below. Now, normally when I'm using my phone, I have a Bluetooth connection from my hearing aid to this phone, so the volume has never been a problem for me. So I guess I'm recommending that if you're going to do this, use my headphones. After all, you're in public anyway, so. Here is another example using Steam Deck. You can use Steam Deck as a controller and just kind of so it's really quite nice in all honesty, I think. Just being able to be able to see the content easier, especially if you're in a role-playing game where you have to read a lot of content. And let's say you invested in this little device. This, I believe, is the Loki Max from Ion. Now, instead of having to rely on the 5.5-inch screen, you have a nice big screen to deal with, which this does not have a low amount of power. I mean, this is really a capable game machine. In theory, it should be able to handle games at higher frame rates than the Steam Deck, which, of course, most of the time means you sacrifice the battery life, but just for the sake of, making sure you probably make sure you have an outlet adapter and a cord anyways. Most of the time, I know I do. So whenever I'm near an outlet, I just make sure I game plugged in, so it's never really a major issue. And unplug most of these devices get about 2 hours of battery life. I can't speak for everybody, but I've rarely had more than 2-hour gaming sessions at a time where I didn't also have an outlet. But that's just me. So, yeah, and as mentioned, there are two HDMI ports on here, the smaller variety. So you do need to, of course, make sure if you're gonna, some reason, take something that plugs in through that, maybe an older handheld, then yeah, just make sure you grab that cable. Well, that's really all I can think to talk about. If there's any questions, comments, suggestions, leave them in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell, let you get notifications whenever I put out new content. And honestly, I don't know how much the algorithm cares, but when I see the thumbs up, that tells me that I'm on the right track and that y'all want more of it. And if you thumb it down, I will assume that you do not want more of that content and will probably reduce what I'm putting out there. Just know that if you thumb down, Al Pacino probably saw it happen. So have a great day, guys.